Wow, that was a tumble. Hi there, my name is Dee Dee. Nice to meet you all. This is my official video on this channel. It's definitely a more proper greeting as compared to my last videos, which kind of felt like random uploads. But enough about that. I know why you clicked on this video. This video is about redesigning My Little Pony characters. So if you don't know about My Little Pony, do not worry, because I know a little something about My Little Pony, even though it's been basically a decade since I last watched it. My Little Pony is a cartoon that surrounds a group of ponies: Twilight, Applejack, Rarity, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and Rainbow Dash. And they all go around tackling villains, learning life lessons, and of course, there is the main focus: friendship! So today, I will be redrawing the pony versions and human versions of whatever characters my spin the wheel lands on, because for the life of me, I cannot choose who to draw. So let's get right into it. So as of recording this video, I had done the spin the wheel a couple of weeks prior. This video was originally meant to come out 2 weeks ago when I had actually done the spin the wheel, but due to scheduling and school related stuff, I was unable to actually get this video out until the day I had off. So I'm currently redesigning Twilight Sparkle, and I'm doing two different versions of her: a regular school version and a kind of mad scientist version. Originally, I wasn't trying to change the personality types of the characters at all, but based on the facial expressions that I gave the characters, it kind of did come off as her being a little, how do I say, sassy, kind of bossy giving energy. I got a lot of inspiration from Dolly Dachshund. I'm probably butchering that name. Sorry, but I got a lot of inspiration from her with her mad scientist design, so I decided to incorporate a little bit of inspiration from it. I'll link her My Little Pony redesign in the description below. I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to say over this redesign. Again, this is my first time actually doing it, so I apologize. Currently, I'm just experimenting with colors to see what works best for her and what doesn't. Even though she is human, I still want to somewhat incorporate Twilight's color palette in there. Even if it's just a little amount, I still want there to be some form of Twilight. But I also wanted to mention, I didn't really like her Equestria girls design. There was something about it that kind of just gave off a little plain geek kind of vibe, but also slay in a way kind of vibe. I felt that in the regular show, she was a little bit more forward, more confident, more direct, but also had a couple of times of her awkwardness. But I feel like in Equestria Girl, she really pulled out that awkwardness, so I kind of wanted to bring back a little bit of the sass, but not really too sassy. So yeah, this is my final design for Human Twilight. I hope you like it. So I don't know if my spin the wheel was butchered or not, but directly right after I drew Human Twilight, I spun the wheel and it landed on the pony version of Twilight. So currently I am sketching out my version of Twilight. I wanted to give note that I'm not actually redesigning the pony of Twilight because I feel like there wasn't really much to change. Her pony was really cute and adorable as was. Her pony design was already cute and adorable as is, so I just decided to redraw her in my own art style and see how that goes. So just to add some commentary while I'm drawing, back in maybe 2020, I was in a very Equestria My Little Pony phase for some odd reason. There was a couple of times I used to draw my OC as a pony, and there was other times where I drew random ponies for no reason at all. I don't even remember the ponies' names that I drew. I'm pretty sure I just made them up off the top of my head, but honestly, it was really fun. So drawing the ponies really made me tap back into my 2020 self, and as a result, I ended up coming out with This masterpiece, do you see the pose at the bottom of the page right there that I'm currently sketching out? That is one of the best poses I have ever done in my life, in my personal opinion, and I am so proud of it that I just had to point it out. So to talk a little bit about My Little Pony itself, the show, I didn't watch much of it, but I did watch a lot of episodes to remember basically what the premise was, the character interactions, and the major lore drops. However, if you were to ask me about the most recent episodes that came out, I would not be able to answer that question because I haven't been able to really get back into the show when I moved away from my old house. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with the show. I think I already mentioned that, but as of now, it's kind of hard for me to get back into the shows that I used to like as a kid. I think the only shows that I was actually really able to tap back into was like Adventure Time and Steven Universe, but I'm pretty sure it was because they were coming out with newer shows and I just wanted to be caught up. But I will say one thing. I saw one clip of the finale and I almost bursted out in tears. I was fighting tears because I didn't want to believe that it was already over and I was getting older, and honestly, I wish kids content was as good as My Little Pony. Honestly, I could go on a whole rant about how My Little Pony is superior to kids content nowadays, but I won't even go into that right now. So yeah, this is my redraw for Twilight. So after Twilight's pony design, I ended up spinning the wheel and it landed on the pony version of Fluttershy. Fluttershy by far has to be one of my favorite ponies in the show entirely, right after Pinkie Pie, and I might be biased for that, but whatever. What made me love Fluttershy was her ability to communicate despite her shyness. As a child who was diagnosed with anxiety at a young age, Fluttershy really encouraged me to get out there and try to communicate with people. On top of that, she had such a deep connection with nature, and I could kind of relate to it because every time I went outside, the first thing I would do is dig my shoes into the wood chips whenever we went to the park, find worms and snails and pick them up with my hand and show all my friends. I honestly don't know why I did it, but I'll tell you right now for certain, I probably will never do that in my current day and age. So here, if you notice the Twilight drawing in the background, I would like to apologize for that. I was originally using it for both a base but also a guideline of sorts of just how big the sizing of the pony should be. Also, sorry if I sound a little tired right now. It's almost 1 a.m. and I'm currently recording this and editing it right now as we speak. Fluttershy's eyes in this first drawing is kind of giving I'm shy, but I'm gonna snap at you if you try me kind of energy. I honestly don't know why she looks like that, and I'm pretty sure it's the eyelashes I gave. I don't know what's up with me in drawing sassy women, but you know, slay. I'm not really sure what I call this rendering process, but whatever it is, it makes the character kind of pop out a little bit more whenever I highlight it. So yeah, this is my take on Fluttershy. Hope you enjoy. Honestly, I was not expecting the video to be as long as it was, so I apologize if I was just yapping for too long. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you feel like supporting me, please leave a like or comment, and maybe subscribe if you want to. Of course, you don't have to, you're not required to. Thank you again for watching, and I'm Dee Dee. I'll see you again in the next one.